You know what's crazy? People don't start disrespecting you all at once. It happens slowly, through dozens of tiny signals you repeat every single day. Maybe it's the way you respond. Maybe it's the way you laugh things off. Maybe it's the way you let things slide. And the scary part is, most of the time, you don't even notice you're doing it. It's not because people are worse than you think. It's because, without realizing it, you showed them that your value can be ignored. Change a few of those signals, and the way people treat you changes instantly. Today, I'm going to show you 5 things that people who are always respected never do. The first sign that makes people start losing respect for you is when you constantly try to please everyone. You've probably been in this situation before. Someone says something slightly rude. You don't like it, but you just laugh it off. Someone asks you for help even though you're already busy, and you still say it's okay. You think this will make people like you more. But here's the problem. When you constantly prioritize other people's comfort over respect for yourself, you send a very clear signal: your boundaries don't matter. And people are incredibly sensitive to that signal. They might not notice it immediately, but after a while, they start to see that you're someone who can be pushed a little more, asked for a little more, ignored a little more. Respect doesn't disappear in one moment. It slowly erodes over time. Instead of trying to please everyone, start saying simple things like, "I can't do that today," or "I'm not comfortable with that." You don't need to be aggressive, you just need to be clear. Because people who are respected don't try to please everyone, they protect their value first. The second sign that makes people start to take you less seriously is when your words are no longer reliable. Imagine a very familiar situation. You say you're going to do something, but then you delay it. You say you'll arrive on time, but you show up late. You say you'll finish something tomorrow, but it drags on for several more days. Not because you intentionally break promises. Sometimes you just lack discipline. But here's the problem. Every time you don't keep your word, you lower your own value in the eyes of others. Respect doesn't only come from how you speak, it comes from whether people can rely on you. When people know you always do what you say, they start to see you differently. They trust you more, they rely on you more, and naturally, they respect you more. Because in this world, people who keep their word are rare. If you want to change that, start with something simple. Only promise what you're certain you will do. Fewer words, but stronger ones. And over time, that consistency will build respect. The third sign is much more subtle. It happens when you don't protect your boundaries. But here's the problem. Many people think that simply saying their boundaries is enough. But in reality, boundaries only matter when you actually enforce them. For example, someone keeps making sarcastic comments about you. You feel uncomfortable, but you ignore it. Next time they do it again, and you still ignore it. After a few times, they understand something very clearly. You're not going to do anything. And once they know that, respect begins to disappear. A boundary is not a sentence, it's an action. If someone crosses your boundary, you have to show them that behavior has consequences. Maybe you stop the conversation. Maybe you stop helping them. Maybe you simply leave that environment. No drama, just consistency. Because respected people aren't the ones with perfect boundaries. They're the ones who actually protect them. The fourth sign is something most people never notice. And this is where things become dangerous. It happens when you're not really good at anything. It might sound a little harsh, but think about it. If you enter an environment and don't bring any clear contribution, why would others value you? Respect is often tied to value. When you master a skill, when you consistently produce results, people start to see you differently. Not because you ask them to respect you, but because your results make them do it. A person who consistently finishes their work well. A person who consistently brings solutions. A person who constantly improves the environment around them. People like that don't need to talk much. Their value speaks for them. So instead of trying to be good at everything, choose one area and become truly great at it. When you become irreplaceable at something, respect starts to become automatic. Finally, the most important sign of all, the way you see yourself. Many people think respect comes from the outside, from status, money, or recognition. But in reality, everything begins with how you treat yourself. If you constantly doubt yourself, if you constantly apologize for your existence, if you always make yourself smaller so others feel comfortable, then other people will start doing the same. But when you start respecting yourself, in the way you speak, the way you set boundaries, and the way you act, the world around you starts to change. Not instantly, but gradually. Because real respect is not something you demand. It's something you demonstrate through the way you live every day. So here's the truth. People don't suddenly decide to respect you one day. Respect is built from the signals you send every single day through your boundaries, your consistency, your competence, and the way you treat yourself. And once you understand this, everything changes. Because you stop chasing approval. You stop trying to convince people to value you. Instead, you focus on becoming the kind of person whose behavior naturally demands respect. Not louder, not more aggressive, just clearer, stronger, and more consistent. So starting today, pick one thing from this video. Maybe it's setting one boundary. Maybe it's keeping one promise to yourself. Maybe it's finally mastering the one skill you've been avoiding. Small signals repeated every day. That's how respect is built. And if this video helped you, subscribe for more videos like this.